Chillin', chillin', chillin'. Where is everybody? What's up, Operation? How you doing? You on the road or you at home? Oh, really? That's good. Hey, Lance, what's up? Yeah, everyone's playing with this vertical live stream, so I gotta see what's going on. I think YouTube's trying to beat out TikTok. How's it going, Fru? Oh, you're in Missouri, Lance? Yeah, I'm waiting for this storm. There's supposed to be a storm coming through over here. I think tonight. I'm down in Fort Worth. Oh, Fru, you better get out of there. How many vans are down there? I'm guessing about 85. Let me know if you guys hear me all right, because I got my earpiece on. Oh, you got lucky, Lance. Well, I know why you left. Yeah, you guys got that hookup down there. Fru, who you drive for, yourself or for company? Don't count your chickens, Fru. Get out of there as soon as you can. Oh, you're with Barrett? Oh, Barrett. Yeah, I know Barrett. I know Barrett. Hotel from. Oh, you're at the hotel. Yeah, you know what? It's actually been quiet down here in Fort Worth. I'm at this pilot, man. It's like, man, I don't know. It's like quiet everywhere. Usually you see everyone, even at the regular pumps, just flying in and out. It's been quiet. Hotel for the weekend. I got you. I got you. I got a Bosnian guy next to me. He's been doing it for about, I think he said 11 years, 15 years. He's telling me a story about another foreign guy that pays somebody $600 a week to dispatch for him, and then they still give the guy 60, 70 cent loads. Can you believe that nonsense? But try to, you guys are out on the road, whatever you got to teach some of these other guys, and we gotta stop this bullshit. I know it's not easy, and we always talk about it, but I can't believe that though. They're paying a dispatch 600 a week and still giving them crappy loads. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I only have what I got here? Four other vans, I think, besides me, and uh, two little box trucks. Of course, nobody has any MC or DOTs on their vans or their trucks. Lance, I actually seen two vans from your company roll in and out of here. One was here Friday night when I got here. Oh, you're from Houston, Fru? Fru, you running a lot of local down here or no? I know another guy who's in Corpus Christi, but he quit about a month ago. Yeah. Yeah, they both had newer Pro Masters. I heard there's a little revolt going on at Load 1. They've been hiring a bunch of new guys and giving out crappy loads. Yeah. I think it's because I heard one of the bosses or somebody that worked at Panther for a long time is over there now at Load 1. And plus, I heard Elliot's not really there anymore. He's just hanging down in Texas on the beach. Different time than years ago, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, Fro, you guys got connections down there too for Laredo. In fact, I'm almost positive Barrett works with Load 1. And Load 1 has a new, I think, a new office down there in Laredo. How's the sound? Good? The audio, whatever? The only problem with this vertical live stream, I can't put thumbnails because I'm on the road. Guess I gotta wait till I get home, add thumbnails. You guys been getting some decent rates? Well, you know, on the sound. Ah, gee. I got a decent one. You know, I came from the broker I dealt with. I got all miles, even the deadhead miles. I think it was total like 1,340 miles. I brought it down here for 1,950. That's how I like to roll. I'll take one or two good ones during the week and just chill. I'm not into all that running around for peanuts. It's just not worth it. I'm actually looking now, hoping to sneak out of here while everyone's snoozing, taking their afternoon naps. Hot tub and chill back at it tomorrow. Yeah, I bet you in the hot tub. That's what you're doing. Probably got some little senorita in the hotel. You know, telling them you're like 32 instead of what, 49, 54. I know how you operate, Lance. All right, I'll see you. Lance, give him hell out there, please. Give him hell. I'll never forget that day when we first met. I'm in Fort Worth, Fru. Fort Worth. Quiet up here for right now. I bet on a couple. I think like two or three yesterday. I think I did like two today. But they're playing their normal game, not responding. But they're a bunch of the ones that are posting this weekend are a bunch of schmucks. I thought you said you were down in Laredo. Laredo's not. Oh, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I haven't been here in a long time. I'll be honest with you, I've been down in Texas in probably like over a year. I've been trying to avoid it like the plague. Our rates are way better up north. How long you been with Barrett? If you see Steve, tell him Axel said hi. I used to give your boss hell. No, I haven't seen no Subaru and no cat lady. Oh, 3 years, really? I had a good friend who used to work for them for a long time. Gary, he was from Kentucky. He's got a heart condition now, so he's out. Yeah, best guy, man. First guy I ever met on the road. Gary is the best. I still keep in touch with him. Who's C5 Expedite? UG? You know, C5 is kind of on my back list. Something's up with C5. Yeah, Barrett guys are usually zooming around. Usually, you guys are usually in the middle. You stay usually in the middle. I see him every once in a great while. I know Alan too that used to work there. No, I think C5 is up north, if I'm not mistaken. Aren't they from Michigan or something, or Ohio? I remember when C5 popped popped onto the scene. They used to have a couple, I think, little box trucks and vans. I haven't seen anyone lately from them though. I don't know if they're just using their broker authority now and backed off on the carrier side. I'm not sure. Yeah, you guys have that auto board. That's why. Man, 12 people in here and everybody's so quiet. All spies, probably. You know, when I do the shows too, I always add in the troublemakers' emails so they like to watch and see what I'm up to. You know, don't worry. If you're one of the crooks, don't worry. We're gonna have some more shows coming out shortly. Don't worry. We got some good ones too. But I need a break every once in a while from that nonsense. There is some changes coming. I'll read an article, you guys, if you guys want to hear it. I don't know if you guys heard or not. Let me see if I can find it here. Uh, Here, I'll read you this quick article that came out from the FMCSA. FMCSA to end MC numbers, overhaul registration system to stamp out fraud. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration on Thursday at the Mid America Trucking Show in Louisville, Kentucky, admitted its system for motor carrier, broker, and freight forwarder registration and updates had fallen behind and in part enabled rampant fraud, while pledging to completely overhaul its verification process and improve the customer experience. The changes include ending MC numbers and using USDOT numbers as the sole identifier for carriers, brokers, forwarders, and others, and also would require some work on the carrier's part. Obviously, we've had our registration system in current form for many years, said Tom Keene, Associate Administrator of the Office of Research and Registration at FMCSA. It was robust when it was originally designed, but it's become very dated over the years and we need to modernize. Overdrive reporting has revealed significant violations of regulations, such as those governing carriers' principal place of business in the system. Hundreds of carriers have registered at a single address. For instance, even employing an email address in one particular case, and the email is WTFFMCSA at gmail.com. So in other words, what the F at FMCSA to mock the agency. When Overdrive queried FMCSA about those violations last year, the agency hinted at coming changes to the system. Now, an outline of the proposed changes has taken place. Much of the details await finalization, and many will have to wait for a full rulemaking process to take place through publications in the Federal Register, where industry stakeholders can comment. Furthermore, FMCSA plans to hold an industry stakeholder day on May 29th to communicate the changes and gather feedback. The changes are aimed mostly at security and fraud prevention, which Ken Riddle, Director of Office of Registration and Safety Information at FMCSA, repeated on every slide of his presentation. Freight fraud is at an all-time high, said Riddle. Every corner of the industry is experiencing fraud, whether on the carrier side, the broker side, you name it. We've heard from carriers and from trade press asking, what can you do to help? We heard you, we're listening, and we're going to help. FMCSA plans in short order to implement identification and business verification tools into the registration system, not allowing registrants to proceed until they've proven their identity and that their business exists and is registered with the IRS or the state. Near-term changes, some already implemented, included no longer sending PIN numbers by electronic communication, instituting multi-factor authentication, and contracting out verification services to industry-leading firms. We're going to hire the best, said Riddle. That will help mitigate the fraud. These changes will impact all new applicants, but also we're going to run all existing registrants, everybody in our database, over 800,000 entities. If they don't go through with it or refuse to or don't pass, we'll start with revocation proceedings. We're going to clean up the bad actors. Riddle promised these initial steps in the next 90 days to start rolling out in segments of the registered population. We can't wait on a new registration system, he said. We need to do it just as soon as we possibly can to mitigate fraud and protect you. For example, carriers using a registered agent as a principal place of business will have that address checked in real time and hypothetically might have their application rejected or flagged for correction. That, in theory, would take care of or improve the registration of those FMCSA carriers. So in other words, the carriers that don't give a rat's ass, they're going to feel some pain. A larger overhaul of the registration system that will ask carriers questions and lead them to the correct form while verifying information in real time should come online by the start of fiscal year 2025 or October 1st. This is about hazmat. Riddle expects FMCSA's changes to ripple through load boards and other industry platforms in short order. 6 months ago, fraud prevention wasn't our priority, said Riddle. Today it is because we heard from you and the industry how bad it is and how much it's needed. FMCSA plans to eliminate the MC number and turn USDOT numbers into the sole identifier for entities in the system, as well as eliminating arbitrary wait times and instituting a system that processes paperwork over the weekend and holidays automatically. Now, entities in the system will have an account. Failure to fill out MCS 150 or pay UCR fees will result in the USDOT number going inactive. From now on, FMCSA expects carriers' contact information, phones, and emails to be actively monitored. We don't have that capability now, but we want to get a good email and a good telephone number to reach out about a change or update, said Riddle. I want to be able to hit a button and speak to all third-party service providers or hit a button and talk to all hazmat carriers. FMCSA will reach out to existing entities about the changes, and if carriers or anyone else have doubts about the authenticity of communications on the subject, they should reach out to an FMCSA field office as to not fall for many agency impersonation scams that routinely plague those with authority. That's it. And there's like one little paragraph. It's nothing special. Yeah, I know a bunch of guys are involved, like in the background, and there's some other stuff. I can't repeat it, because I can't repeat it. But I know some stuff they are working on. And actually, when I read this article when it came out the other day, it was funny because I had already kind of heard about some of this. And there's another post that came out. Some of you guys might be drivers. You wouldn't have seen this. Let me see if I can find it for you. Selectus is going to be making some changes also, supposedly, which I find is kind of strange, because after I've been beating on them and posting all those videos, now they want to do something. I gave them the opportunity over a year ago when I told them it was going to be a war. And trust me, I'm still going to give them hell. Let me see. There was an article here, or not an article, like a post that came out from them. Where is this thing? Let me see here. Here it is. Actually, have you ever heard of Flash Global? No, never heard of them. How will those chances help the under 10,000? Well, if they start cutting out all those virtual addresses and all that stuff and really start checking these guys, there's going to be a lot of authorities that are going to get shut down. And not only that, the verification process, because I know these guys have been pushing, a lot of these companies, they don't even know who the owners are. So if something were to happen, a truck crashes or something, they don't even know who to go after. Or these guys are overseas hiding or just using someone else's name. That's one of the biggest problems. That's why there's so many authorities and so much fraud going on. Even when I showed Millhouse, Millhouse, Delta, and Carolina, there's 7 owners, but they have 42 companies, 42 MC numbers. So, everyone, signs up for the apps and stuff, and they're bidding with one price with one company, then a price with the other company, but you're still bidding with the same people. So they're just going to give you the load underneath the authority where you were the cheapest. And even that, to be honest with you, drivers should not be bidding on loads. The carrier is supposed to bid on the load, not the driver. But those guys do that game so they can knock the price down. Because trust me, a lot of them, they can get good prices, but then they come back to the app guys and say, oh, You need this price is too high. You need to put better price. Did you see? Yeah, I saw it, mine. I got it in there. When I get home and really get to sit down and go through that stuff, it's hard for me to do all my stuff when I'm on the road. But I saw it. You and I got one from another guy too. Did you see my email I sent about that low board just for vans? No, I don't know if I seen that. Which low board? What name? Don't tell me that Expedite low board because we're trying to figure out who owns that, and we can't figure out who owns that. And they keep advertising like crazy. They keep blowing up my email with that load board. I believe it's just another. I think they're skimming off the Selectus emails as well. Let me read you. Let me read you the Selectus. Yes, I think it was that. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Let me read you what Selectus put out. They put the all-new Selectus load board 2.0. We're excited to announce upcoming improvements to the Selectus load board built directly from your valuable feedback. We're rolling out these exciting features in phases called milestones. The phased approach ensures we deliver the most impactful improvements first, allowing you to experience the benefits sooner. Milestone 1 of Selectus Low Board 2.0 will be released on March 27th, so I believe that's Wednesday, with the first wave of exciting features. New look, posted load notification. Get a clear and concise overview of the new posted load with all crucial details, like the posted load. Start the bidding process instantly with one click. New bid button. Submit bids directly within the platform, streamlining the bidding process and adding an extra layer of validation. No more switching between systems. One use token. Single use token for each posted load. Ensure only one in platform bid per posted load. Streamlined bidding form. A structured template ensures all essential details are captured, saving you time and effort. Standardized bid received emails to load posters. Load posters receive professional organized email notifications that they can trust. These features are just the beginning. We'll be rolling out additional functionalities in future milestones, including expanded external partnership capability, integrating bids from non-Selectus carriers with whom you have selectively shared your posting, centralized bid and post management, introducing centralized bids and post management tools for all sourcing and procurement activities. Now, from what I read in there, I don't see anything special. Axel's, I still owe Selectus 6,000. They haven't even called collecting yet. Listen, I'm going to tell you another story. Another guy told me he keeps uh, rejecting the payment on his credit card or something, or whatever you put in, say he didn't authorize it. And he says credit card keeps reversing the charge and he still has Selectus. I think their whole system is whacked. I think they've lost complete control of what's going on. I know another broker told me they pressured him into paying $2,000 a month. 2,000. There's no uniformity between who's who on the platform. You got guys paying 200. You got a bunch of dispatchers that have access to it from Pakistan that shouldn't have access to see the loads. I used to pay 424 a month. I pay zero now. I have some broker backup because they knew I was gonna start the channel and give everybody hell, but somebody had to give them hell. They're out of control. They are literally out of control. When I originally got on Selectus, I paid $3,500 just to sign up, and faithfully for 4 years they sucked my 400 some dollars a month out of my account. I never missed a payment. Last 2-3 months when I started to war with them, I told them to kick rocks, not one more dime. I'm not the welfare department. I'm paying and you're letting everyone else on for free? No, it doesn't work like that. So I don't know. We're gonna hope for the best, but like I tell everyone, this year is still gonna be an interesting year. If you've been in for a while, you just gotta buckle down and Do what you got to do. You know, try at all means possible though. Try to avoid dealing with crooks. The sales kid that got me to sign up for 500 a month totally told me I was signing up for something totally different. They wouldn't even let me buy out the contract. Yeah, you don't have to buy out nothing. They're not going to do nothing to you, James. If you go back in my shows, when I first started my shows, they had some goofy lawyer send me a letter, and I laughed, and I took the whole letter and read it in one of my videos. I told them, bring it, and I guarantee you, all 4,000 members will get a subpoena to go to court together. And I know they don't want that. You know, they don't want the cat out of the bag. That's the last thing they want. Imagine 4,000 members getting subpoenas to go to a court case to explain what's going on with Selectus. First of all, it'd be public relations nightmare. And all they got to do is let 2 or 3 people show them what to correct and make the thing right. That's it. They got a lot of new guys signing up. They sign up and they're off. Sign up and they're off. And then me, I was on for 4 years, and I told them to kick rocks. Does that make sense? To let a long-term member just tell you to kick rocks? You want your long-term customers that are going to stick with you, not flybys. Yeah, Selectus is, and I got a lot of guys lately been asking, what about Full Circle? What about Full Circle? Full Circle doesn't have all the same people as Selectus does. That's the problem. They should be honest with me. They should never started that other board. We don't need more boards. We need just one for Expedite that's monitored and in control. Local work on database then sent me up for a Microsoft Office meeting to be trained to use their load board. Wow, they actually told you they had a dispatch team? Please tell me they put it in an email to you. I could use that. Because that right there is false advertising. If Selectus sat there and told you and put it in an email, one of the representatives, that they had a dispatch team for you, that's false advertising. Yeah. Because those guys are getting whatever little commission they can get just to sign people up. It was never like that back in the day. Yeah, a bunch of crooks. They're just a bunch of crooks. The biggest problem is the email skimming to the apps has got to go away. Because we get a lot of new drivers. They don't even know how anything works, and they think by signing up with 5, 6, 10 companies is the answer, that somebody's going to get them a load. But what they don't understand is a lot of times it's the same load. So you're bidding with all these companies, and then they're all fighting for the load and knocking down the price. And the foreign guys are notorious. They don't care. They don't care about you and your van or your truck. All they care is they move a load and they collect some kind of percentage from the load. James, you run. After that training session, I kept calling them nonstop to cancel the contract. I didn't need a third special. Yeah, I heard a lot of guys would call them up and complain, and then they were knocking them down to 200, 300 a month. But all the other boards, trust me, Selectus still, the loads hit Selectus board first. Even that other guy, that Sam guy, whatever, that runs that virtual fleet load board, that guy's a joke too. And I believe too, he's probably the original skimmer from Selectus. And I don't know why Selectus just doesn't shut off the damn emails. It's like It's like your recipe, and you're just putting your recipe out to the world. Just turn it off, and then everyone will be forced to at least come back to Selectus and pay for Selectus. Why would you let why would you let all these app companies and all these guys skim from you? Makes no sense. But then I also heard some of them have written agreements with them. So that's really dumb. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen here in the next couple months. I got two other guys too that are going undercover. We're gonna try to really give it to somebody. We're gonna try to real. If they're listening, I'm coming for you guys. We're gonna get you guys for that double brokering. I'm gonna make you so famous. So keep doing the double brokering because I'm hunting for it. I want that video. I want that content. Yeah, even if you guys see some stuff that you don't think is kosher and you see something's going on, just call or email me and ask. So James, you run for yourself? Sprinter van, cargo van, what? Truck? Thank God it's not hot down here in Texas. The sun's not even out. Yesterday was out for a little bit. It was only like 65 and I was cooking. Uh oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, Nick, you know what I always say though? I believe this capacity, there is a lot of capacity, but I believe also the numbers aren't true. I believe those capacity numbers, some of them are falsified. It's just like when a lot of companies are using the same drivers and the same vehicles. They're all claiming to have, say even 10, 20 units, but you got five companies all using the same units. And we know the rates are down, we know the volume is down, but I've been around since 2018. I went through it all. I went when the Ukrainians came like crazy in Expedite with the little yellow and white box trucks. I went through COVID. I've seen all this crazy stuff. But everyone's got to remember too, the driver still has the power. But the problem is there's no unity. There's no unity. If everyone toughened up, trust me, they have no choice but to raise the prices. Even the brokers would have no choice but to go to the shipper and say these guys are not moving unless they get this much. But you also got to understand the European mentality because a lot of these foreign guys come over and they're lucky if they made 150, $200 in their country. And then they come over here and Vladimir is giving them $400 a week to drive 4,000 miles. They think life is good, you know? So somehow, even as Americans, you got to try to find a way to teach some of the foreign guys so they're not taken advantage of even by their own people. Nice time of year, summer temps around the corner. Yeah, well, I know how it gets down here. I'll never forget that one year I drove through Arizona to go to, I think, California. It was like 115 past through Phoenix. I said, hell no. Just remember, we're all in business to make money. Everyone should do their part one way or another to improve the transportation industry, to bring it up, not down. It's a billions and billions dollar industry. And the ones that are making out are the guys on top, not even the brokers, the large corporations. They're not building these big warehouses for the heck of it. They're making money. They show big profits every year. You got to have that rooftop AC like I got, Fru. Even when I go to my RV lots down in Alabama, it can get hot down there too, around 100. I just plug into the pole and life is beautiful. Fru, you at the Flying J down there in Laredo or the Pilot, the TA? Where are you hanging out down there? And guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And for the crooks, you can hit the thumbs down. Either one works. Pump that thumbs up. Hey, James, I'll probably be on Mark's show too later in the week. He wants to talk about that immigration stuff off Punako. Orale Vato, what's up? I think that's a bad word, no? Danny, what's up? What's up? Oh, Pinnacle. I can't remember. Like I said, I haven't been down there in a long time. Oh, what's up, Danny? Are you just trolling or are you just playing? You gotta let me know. Man, it's quiet over here. I'm gonna start going on like tours or something. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now, Fru. Usually when I go down there, I just hang out at the truck stop. Oh, that's good, Castro. Are you an expediter also? Just so you know, Castro, I'm like the only guy in the expedite. I try to expose all the frauds and crooks. No one else has the cojones to do it. No? Okay. Sorry, you can still hang out with us. We might just have to check your papers, make sure you didn't just sneak over the border, though. Yeah, we're trying, Castro, man. Ooh, man. It's rough, though. It's good because I work with quite a few brokers that send me stuff. You know, a lot of times guys will be bidding, and I see the bids. They'll catch an MC that's bidding for 10 other MCs, and it's just a bunch of nonsense. I appreciate it, Fru. I appreciate it. Uh-oh, Nickel. Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, you know? We gotta do what we gotta do. Everyone has a right. Everyone has a right to make money in this country. But when people are circumventing the system just to cheat everybody and take advantage of people, like I always say, if you're driving for 60, 70 cents, this is like modern day slavery. That's all these guys are doing. They're treating people like they're slaves. And then I see these Russian, Ukrainian guys, majority of the time, with their big giant swimming pools, and they're $2 million houses, but they're giving drivers 60-cent loads. Yeah, they're cracking a little bit, James, but they can only do so much. The brokers will kind of like destroy themselves if they're crooked. Because the good brokers, a lot of those bad brokerages and bad carriers, they're doing so much dirt. Like even the bad brokers, the crooked ones, they're underbidding the good ones. And a lot of guys complain, the brokers take too much. I've seen where brokers get very good money, and I'm happy getting what I get when I put my bid. There's no problem with, they're running a business too. If they got a great customer is paying them, I don't know, $6 a mile, and you get say three, I mean, come on, you can't expect them to give you everything. They're running a business also. The problem is those when all the crooks keep going under and under and under. And then they start teaching these shippers, oh man, look, I'm paying too much. I need the other broker. He's cheaper. Like a broker the other day told me there's somebody for a straight truck bid 23 cents a mile. Even the broker couldn't understand it. He told the shipper, like, this is impossible. And the shipper told him, well, it's a good price for us. He said, okay, but hope you check them out. $4, it has about 22 miles. Hi, Jen. How's it going? Jen, if you have anything to let these guys know what they should and shouldn't be doing, be my guest. I've never seen a road like that. Oh, really? Yeah, this is Texas. They like to build those roads up in the air. Pretty soon they'll probably go 3, 4 levels high. The way this country's going. Yeah, that's what I said too, Jenna. Partial, or they wanted gas money. But what I couldn't understand too is they probably still could have got it even at 40, 50 cents. I have no idea, and that's not one of my topics to talk about. Because I'm definitely against that. Texas flyovers, I love them. Only problem is they drive like maniacs over here in Texas. I think people in Chicago drive better than Texas. Jen, can you let your people know I'm sitting in Fort Worth? I need a load back north. I was gonna walk around and show everybody all the trucks and sprinters that have no MC DOT numbers, but I don't want to get everybody upset on Sunday. Hey Brady, how's it going? Saw your video earlier. Nice. I like that spot. Warren Buffett's the owner of Pilot Flying J's, helping push rates down as well as he owns a few rail companies. I'll be honest with you, in the past 5 years, these Pilot Flying J's have gone down the tubes. They look so ghetto and run down, and they don't clean nothing. I saw that, Jen. It came in my email. Thank you. Yeah, I remember when we used to come to the Pilots Flying J's, they'd be sweeping the parking lot with some like gray, like it looked like concrete powder to clean up the oil stains. They'd be wiping down the pumps. They were sweeping. They were mopping. They don't do anything now. Best thing you can do is when you guys are at the truck stops, just start leaving reviews. Leave reviews. Everybody needs reviews. That's that. That's what this country's built on now. Reviews. You go to eat, leave a review. Go to a truck stop, leave a review also. They see them eventually. You get a couple thousand bad reviews, trust me, they're going to step in and say something. Like this morning, I seen the guy come out of the pilot here for leaf blower, and all he did was blow all the stuff from the curb by the front of the building out to the middle of the parking lot. Like, I don't get it. Like, pick up the garbage and put it in a garbage can. It's like everybody's gotten so lazy. Like, you got this employees, like, pick the papers up, throw them away. That's why we have so much. Like, you drive around now, you see so much garbage in this country. Everybody's just throwing their garbage everywhere. Yeah, the Loves are way better. They're a lot nicer. A lot of guys, are worried they can't park there and stuff, but most of the time they're not going to bother you. And the pilots and flying J's, they're hit or miss sometimes. Last time I was over at the one in Phoenix, you had to be out of there. You could sleep there overnight, but you couldn't hang there during the daytime. And then there's a flying J last time I was at in Houston, has 200 spots. I was there with two other vans and they kicked us out. Then I argued with them. Then the manager said I could stay. Then corporate said I was good. Then the next manager from next shift came on and kicked me out. I said, you know what? Listen, just call the police to make me leave. And they called the police to make me leave. And I think it's truly because all the homeless people and stuff hanging out at the truck stops. We'll kick them out. Uh, Thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. Yeah, Bucky's is nice, but man, it's expensive. Be honest with you, I always stop there. I had some beef jerky from them. There's actually a Facebook group, I think, with 27,000 members, Truckers Against Bucky's. I joined it the other day. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so what navigational app do you use? My favorite was Trucker Path. Your truck stop reviews on there. Be honest with you, James, I got so many apps and stuff. I try to stay away from all of them. I got a trucker Garmin for my navigation. Sometimes it'll be a weird address, so I'll put the address in my Google Maps on my phone to fine tune it. And I truly believe, everyone should have uh, a satellite, a Garmin or something. Not just use your phone, because you're gonna get phone calls and stuff on your phone. They're gonna kick you off from your phone call, or you're not gonna pay attention. And the way I drive, I like to see it on the big screen. I like to see the exit ramp. I like to see the exit number. I like to have it right there in my face. That way, even if I'm talking on the phone, I'm looking right at it. $40 for a shower, I would have flipped out. Hey, Kimberly, how's it going? Yeah, we're just sitting here, Kimberly, kicking it, chilling, telling stories, I guess. Cooking breakfast. Oh yeah, it's still early over there. Yeah, Nick, will be honest with you. I drive 70 to 80 miles an hour. I zoom right past troopers and everything. They never bother me. Maybe because I run with my MCDOT number, they just figure I'm working. I don't know. Yeah, the best way is if you know a trucker and they got the shower power. As long as you have their screenshot of their card, you can scan it from your phone and use their showers because they got unlimited usually. Another thing a lot of drivers don't know, if you have the Pilot Flying J Pro driver card, let me get it out for you. Some guys don't know. Let me get it out. I don't know if they've updated the look. Let me see here if I can. Uh, anyways, top it'll say like Pilot Flying J. Man. Anyways, it's the orange card. It says professional driver on it. If you pump at least 14 gallons gas or diesel straight, you earn half a shower credit. And a lot of guys don't know. You can't put 11, you can't put 12, you can't put 13. Has to be at least 14. Yeah, another secret is if you know other drivers' phone numbers, you can just go into the tell them I need a shower and just punch in their phone number on the keypad. So if you know another driver you don't like, you can take their showers. Won't work with me. Oh yeah, James, I drive fast, man. It's always been for gas too, Kimberly. I've done it since day one. Unless they change it, maybe the new cards or something. But I mean, I've had mine for 5 years now. See, Kimberly, you got to ask the OGs. Yeah, 14 gallons. Yeah, a lot of people use Planet Fitness. Brady, you got the big Garmin, the one that's like an iPad. Yeah, Fru, that's the best. You see, yeah, you get unlimited showers that way. He's got it for Loves also, Loves and Pilot. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. We're trying to make the channel big so we can give freight waves and all those guys to run for their money since they don't talk about anything all day except capacity. We need we need channels that talk about what is going on out here and what needs to change. We need communication. We don't want to hear about capacity. We don't want to hear about this corporation is making so much money. We need stuff for the drivers. Axel, what kind of van you drive? Diesel, Mercedes, deleted. I I've driven all of them. ProMaster, Transit, Mercedes. All of them have their ups and downs. But if you're long term going to stay in this business a long time, I truly believe my personal belief and what I've seen is the Mercedes. After it's out of warranty, if you get it deleted, I've seen these Mercedes go a million miles. No problem. That's a good idea, Nickel. Yeah. Take your shower at Blue Beacon. You know, Fru, another thing is too, like I think the beginning of the month, they always reset the card also. So if you go and sit for a while, you'll lose your showers. But try it. Make sure you got your card inside the app too. Punch the number inside the app. Save it inside the app. And when you pull up, swipe your card, then swipe your rewards card, but try to get 14 gallons. And then usually later that night or the next day, you should see it'll register. Open up the app originally, and it'll show you if you have half a credit or one credit. Yeah, I appreciate the thumbs up, people. I appreciate it. Like I said, we're trying out this vertical live stream, I guess, while I'm on the road. I used to use the TikTok. TikTok has been really wishy-washy lately. I had a lot of truckers on my TikTok, but I think the way everything's been going, a lot of them are either quit or they're staying home or they're just depressed. So we're gonna try to use more strictly the YouTube. I need to go wash my van, actually. I don't know how these guys sleep all day in their vans and trucks. They never get up. Yeah, see, Fru, if you're in Expedite, though, we don't need those receipts. We claim the miles. In Expedite, in the vans, in the small box trucks, you want to claim the miles, not the fuel. I can't remember what it was last year. It might have been 56 cents, I think, if I remember right. No, James. Big trucks do fuel. The small vehicles, we do miles. Now, what you can do is if you got like a wife or girlfriend or something, you can give her some of the gas receipts to maybe claim on her taxes. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. So, like in Expedite, let's say you ran 100,000 miles, and let's say for that year they're giving you a 56-cent write-off. So you get to write off 56,000. Yeah, you don't need it. You do not need it. I never say receipts unless it's a repair or something. Yeah, Brady, just the mileage. And then also, Brady, I think you have a newer Mercedes too. The interest from your payments is a write off also. So you got to make sure you turn that in too. If it's a good year, James, 80 to 110. 80,000 to 110. This year I really haven't been running. I'm lucky if I got maybe 50K. Yeah, when you hear these guys telling you they're doing 150, 160,000 miles, those are usually company drivers or those are knuckleheads chasing those 50, 60 cent loads where they'll tell you they made 3,000 for the week, but they did 5,000 miles. It's all fine and dandy till when that engine breaks down. Like we had one nice YouTuber who blew his engine, and then he hustled people out of 9,000 to get a new engine. The name of the game is good load, good rate, and keep the deadhead down to a minimal. And a lot of people can't handle sitting. You got to set your van up. You're going camping. You don't want to go do a 500-mile load and then turn around and drive back home 500 miles. Let's say even you got $1.20 a mile. Now you just cut it in half. You're down to 60 cents. Yeah, same with the straight truck. And the best way to do is you have to network. You have to build good connections with good people. With real brokers is number one. There's nothing wrong with brokers if they're true, real brokers. Like even the broker I got this load from the other day, he told me one of the girls in the office gave 2 loads to a carrier. Well, the carrier somehow, I don't know if they had a broker authority also, whatever, they double brokered the loads to Landstar. Well, Landstar co-brokers with this broker, and Landstar called them up and say, hey, we think we got 2 of your loads. So what? And then they talked and said, yeah, those are our loads. So what do you think happened? The crooks didn't get paid. Yeah, it was crowdfunded. I mean, technically, Kimberly, he's got to claim that money too as income. So basically, don't go from New Jersey to California for 3K to 4K. Listen, I will not, even from Cleveland, it's about, I think, 2,100 miles or 2,200 miles. I will not even think to go to California or Nevada for less than buck 20, buck 30. Not even dollar. I'm not doing it. Because number one, I know it's a bear to get out of there. So why would you, at least if you're going one way, you have to get a true good rate. Because if, let's say you took $1.20 over there, and let's say if you could only get an 80-cent load, well, at least it balances out to $1 and $1 for the van, and you're okay. But you don't want to go over there for 70 cents and then come back for 60. I used to always run West Coast. When I first started, that was my route. I always went to Vegas. I always went to Reno. I always went to, LA area. I used to go there for 3,500 to 4,300 in a van. I'd have a box. That's why it doesn't make no sense. Yeah, California, all I can say is, Brady, you just got to avoid it right now. I even know one broker over there usually does like casino stuff. I used to deliver some stuff to casinos. They paid good. And they've been quiet too lately. Maybe what you spend to build your van, any business loans. Yes, correct. You were there for the view, huh? Yeah, in the beginning, it's I think everybody when you first start, you're into that like travel, you know. But I have two sisters that actually live in Redlands too, so I would go and see them. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Nickel, that RP Expedite, they can kiss my ass. Those guys are crooks. Those guys are thieves, crooks, harass the driver. I told them off nasty one time. In the beginning when I started, I had a load from them. Those people need to be out of business. They're crooks. 1,300 for 832 miles. Crooks. I remember my friend one time ran into one of their curtain box trucks, and he was in El Paso, but the driver had bald tires, completely bald. And my friend told me, "Listen, you need to call them up now and tell them to give you some tires. I'm gonna make these flat right now." I said, no, 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 no. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put my knife in both these tires. And finally he called up RP and told him what was going on, and they sent him, and he came back with two new tires, and he was thanking my friend. My friend told me, "Listen, you're ready to go up to like Washington, and it's snowing up there, and your tires are bald. This is your life. You're responsible. Everyone's got to remember, you're the driver in that vehicle. I don't care what these guys tell you, whether it's a carrier or broker. You're responsible for what goes on in the vehicle. So you get an accident, kill somebody, and they see you had two bald tires, it's on you." Uh, yes, they do have some expedited loads. I know someone that gets some loads from them. TQL is special, James. I mean, I know a lot of people complain about them. You got to remember these very large brokerages use these young agents. So you just got to let them know right off the bat you're not into the nonsense. Yeah, Kimberly, a lot of times nobody owes anything if you do it right. They were the only ones that wanted to give me work. Oh, TQL? Yeah, James, you take this business, man, especially now, any new guys that are coming right now, I don't see many of them making it because I know brokers, they don't even want, even the van guys, the new van guys with new authorities, they don't even want to talk to them. They got too many vans, so they could care less. Even for me, some brokers, they don't answer. Everybody's like overwhelmed. And some of them I know, they'll tell me, "Hey, Axel, we don't have no money on this one." Okay, thanks for being honest. I don't want them coming to me and saying, "Hey, you're too expensive," and they're trying to move it for 70 cents. That's when I flip out. I'm in Fort Worth, Kimberly. Fort Worth. Man, I got this guy over here in this straight truck. He gets in and out of this truck. I swear he takes like 3 showers a day. He must not have no water at home. Kimberly, how's that delivery business going up there you and your husband have? Uh-oh, here's a load one van. Uh-oh. Look at him slow rolling through the parking lot. Slow rolling through the parking lot. Do you need a permit like straight truck to go through certain states in the cargo? No, nothing, James. The mothership in Austin, Texas. What's that mothership? I know there's a load or app called Mothership. Yeah, busy money. Yeah, that's good. Just concentrate on that delivery business up there. Take over. Oh, comedy club? Hard for me when I'm out on the road because I got a dog. I don't like to leave her alone. Especially down here, if it's hot, I can't. I don't want to come back and have all my windows knocked out. Actually, I need some got another. All right, James. Thanks for stopping by. If you didn't hit that thumbs up, you know how it goes. Yeah, that's all you gotta do, Kimberly. Enjoy life. I'd like to be done myself in a couple more years. I just want to go fishing. Nothing like sitting by the river fishing. Actually, if you're buying now, would you buy new or a 4 to 5 year old Freightliners? I always believe you should buy 2 or 3 years old. Don't buy brand new. 2, 3 years. Make sure you take it to a mechanic unless you know how to check everything. Um, and like I said, I like Mercedes. I truly like the Mercedes. I believe it's more solid and it's built for longevity. You know, a lot of guys like the Transits. I've driven the Transit. They're nice, you know, but there's a reason why all the foreign guys drive Mercedes too, because they know how to work on the diesels and stuff, and they know they last. The ProMaster is a freaking tin can. The only thing it's good for is in the wintertime with the front wheel drive. Yeah, operation. I think keep an eye. I believe they're even going to go down a little bit more. I would think right before July. I think it's July when they start pumping out the new year. So, you know, they're going to start clearing out all that inventory, that back inventory, and they'll start dropping everything a little bit more. Yeah, Brady, the only good thing is you do have a Mercedes. Just take care of it, and it is what it is. It will last you. And the Mercedes, too, I believe it's the Michelin's, 100K mile Michelin's everyone usually puts on. I put the off road tires, to be honest with you. I don't get a warranty with them, but, you know, I go down into the woods and stuff. I need my big knobbies. It might be a little bit wider. I'm not sure. I can't remember actually. But it doesn't matter because like mine I think is 54 or 55. I think I put 54. It's more than enough. Yeah, usually when they only have I can zoom in. Usually when they only have the little logo on the door and they don't have it on the big one on the side, I believe that means they only get 67%. If I'm not mistaken, they get like a lower percent of the load. When you see them with the full logo on the side of the van, they get a higher percent. So he's probably newer too, because that looks like a newer Transit. Yeah, and the ProMaster too. I don't know about the newer ones, but I know at least up to the 18. Every once in a while, put that fuel additive, that fuel cleaner in there. We always on the ProMasters used to get the code cylinder number 2, and it has to go in and they have to open it up. They get a huge carbon buildup. Yeah, I think that's what it is too, Fru. I know one guy though, he won't put it, and they still give him normal rates. So I don't even know if they even follow that all the way. What's all the hearts for? Is that for load 1? I know a couple guys that work at load 1 actually. I know one that's been there for a while. He says he's thinking about leaving. So he's tired of the bullshit. Load 1 deals with a lot of partner carriers as well. So if their drivers refuse to load, they're they're giving it off to partner carriers. Load 1 doesn't care anymore. Yeah, see through, yeah. See, I know a lot of this stuff because I've been around. A lot of guys. That's why we get so mad too with all the guys doing the cargo and sprinter van YouTube channels and trying to hustle guys for money and stuff. A lot of these guys, they haven't even been around. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Same with those union kids. Those kids, man, they are a disaster. They are teaching people bad things. That you got me on operation, but I would think you'd want to go with the turbo for the power. Yeah, that's the other thing, Fru. The new as the model of a van goes along, they're always going to make their improvements. Like that kid expediting America, he got one of those gas Mercedes. And those have only been out, I think, like 2 years or something. But I don't even know why you would get a gas Mercedes. They haven't even been out that long. And then he gets a hole blown through the engine. Yeah. Hey, you just got to take care of the van. Oil change is number one. Yeah, this guy must be new for load 1. He's cleaning the windows, checking the tires, everything. He got the new van. Give him about 6 months, he'll be screw this. I'm going to take a nap. That better than Yeah, I know those ProMasters was a pain to change the light bulbs. That's another thing too. I change mine to the LEDs. Every once in a while, I get somebody will flash me. I think they think I'm driving with my brights on, but hey, I want to see at nighttime. Another trick I do a lot of times, I have those yellow sunglasses. So when it starts to get dark out a little bit, I'll put those on. Kind of like tricks your mind, makes you think it's daylight, sunny out. It's all about the nap for you. Yeah, a lot of times I don't get the nap like that because I got to bid on my loads. See, that's another reason. If the rates would get pushed back up, then guys could be company drivers with no problem. There's nothing wrong with being a company driver, and that way you just concentrate on driving. You get to take your naps and everything. But now everybody wants to be owner operator, but it's not a picnic on this side. Trust me. There's a lot more bullshit to deal with. And a lot of guys run out and get their authorities, and then they want to bid like they're a 60-cent company driver. That I really don't get. What's the point of having the MC? The number one, though, in this business is you're going to work hard. You got to sock some money away, and you got to invest it in other places. You don't want to stay in this business. I've only been in this business, I think almost 6 years now. I went 1 year as a company driver, but I got in with the intention to learn as much as possible as fast as I can. I've had restaurants, I've done construction. This is just a stepping stone to me. But I'm also 51. I'm not going to be out here when I'm 60 years old. It ain't happening. And the other thing is, too, when you guys are out here, you got to cut out the sodium and the sugar. No, no exception. You have to. You got to start reading the labels in the back of everything. I have water, and then I buy these Welch's singles. Welch's, or you can get forget the one. They come in little boxes, but they're zero sugar, zero fat, two carbs, zero protein. Let's see. Hold on one second. Max 100. Hold on one second. Hello. Yeah, you can remove me from your calling list. For what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So remove me from your calling list. Uh, yeah, I know. I'm getting 1,000 of these phone calls. Okay, bye. You get all these phone calls too all day. I keep getting all these phone calls. They want to buy my house. There. I have a realtor friend. Like the housing market, like these guys are hunting for houses to sell. It's crazy what's going on right now. My two RV lots I bought about 2 years ago. I paid 9,000 a piece. I got one guy who wants to buy one for 15,000 because he's right next to me. I said I'm not selling them. And that goes back to what I said. You got to put your money in other places. Yeah, those dispatch services, Nickel, they're really out of control. I just talked to two other guys. Emails, phone calls, they've been blowing us up like crazy. Because you got to remember, with everything going down the way it is, plus a lot of guys are dropping out, those dispatch companies are hungry. We need them to go away, especially all those Pakistani dispatchers. I was saying earlier when I got on, there's a Bosnian guy next to me in a van. He told me another foreign guy pays a dispatcher 500 to 600, I think it was 500 a week, and the dispatcher still gives him 60, 70 cent loads. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. There's just tons of crooks blood sucking out of here. And that's why everyone has to teach everybody else. Whatever you know, teach the other guy. But nobody likes to talk anymore. I get out, I talk to the other drivers. Only time one ever wanted to talk to me was a load one driver. It was a foreign guy. I went up to him, I tried to talk to him, he ignored me. So I told him, F you then too. You know? The only way to learn is to learn from everybody else. And when I first started, everybody used to talk. And whether we got along or not, because we'd fight and argue and all kinds of stuff, but everyone talked. You know? I used to drive. I remember one time, actually it's Fru. Fru, you're from Barrett. Gary, one time we were both doing a 700 mile run. We talked all night. And we were both dropping right around the same time at like 6, 7 in the morning. We used to always have it like that. You'd have like 3 or 4 guys, and you'd all be talking on your headsets. You'd have like a group conversation, and it made the time pass by. The other thing is too, a lot of people get in this. You know, like I think it was more towards the beginning of the year. All the brokers kept putting, "What's your travel time? What's this? What's that?" I say, "Listen, I've been around. What's with all these new crazy questions?" And so we got guys going 200 miles, and they're stopping and taking naps. I said, stopping and taking naps for 200 miles? Are you serious? That's the problem. And then they want to, then they want, then they want to argue with the broker. Oh, I'm not driving that long. I need a nap. Well, you're in the wrong business. I hate to tell you, because there's a million other guys out here that are going to do it. That's Expedite. Sometimes we carry a tiny 1 pound or 5 pound box that a factory might need because their line went down. And if they don't get that part, they're losing money. So the last thing they want to hear is the driver went to take a nap. I had one time I had a team underneath me and I was looking on the GPS and I seen they've stopped. I said, "What'd you guys stop for?" "Oh, we're taking lunch." I said, "You are a team. When they ask for team, that means the van does not stop. It keeps going." "Oh, we got to have lunch." "Well, I don't know what to tell you. Take snacks or put something in the van with you." But team is team. A to B. Yeah, that's what you do, Fru. Another thing I do too, like on the long drives, like late at night, I try not to eat anything. I try to stay hungry. I might have like some unsalted almonds or something just to munch on. Stay away from all those Red Bulls and all that crap. You guys are just killing yourselves slowly. See if I change the view for you a little bit. Here, you can watch some gas up, I guess. Yeah, fast keeps you there, especially. Yeah, a lot of times I do night loads because the rates are usually up when we go to bid. We get better rates at nighttime. And you got to get out of the seat. Go for walks and stuff. Like my first year, I remember when I got in, drove for these crazy Ukrainians, and man, I just like go here, go there, do this. I say, hey, I gotta sleep. Oh, 2 hours is good. Then I remember my legs start hurting. My legs start swelling. I said, what the hell is this? What's going on? I'm young. I was only like 40 something. And then I started reading up. I said, yep, no more of that. I cut it out right away. Yeah, Fru, that's another reason, like I was talking about earlier, like I do 70, 80 miles an hour. I like to be a little bit aggressive when I drive. To me, I'm just more alert. I don't want to put 65 and put the cruise control. And I don't recommend anyone putting cruise control at nighttime. You doze off and that cruise control's running, that's it. We got 17 people watching, only 6 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Hit the thumbs up. We'll try to bring you a more interesting live stream here sooner or later. When feeling brisk. Yeah, that's what I do. Get out, shake the legs off. Even when I brought this load down here, it was like 1,340 miles, and I did it direct. But I would stop. I pull off, stop for 10 minutes, walk around, do what you got to do. But I was also home for 2 days, so I was rested. I don't recommend trying to do that stuff back to back. Oh, really? It doesn't show on top? For those that don't know, thumbs up is in the upper right corner screen menu. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's up on top. Hold on, somebody posted a load. 1 second. Let me check something. Let me check something. Come on. Nope. Uh oh, hold on 1 second. Baluster, I believe. Let me see if I can get this load real quick. Let me see. Come on. Let me put. Oh. Uh, 20. Oh no. I got 50, 40 miles out. 50. Send. Okay. And then this one. Okay, we're good now. Got it from my iPad. You are thumbs up. Thank you, Fu. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. And you guys all know too. You should know. I have it on my channel also. Like if you see some, I keep everybody anonymous. Okay, even the brokers. You see something bad, just give me the information. I'll be the guy. I'll take the heat. I'll put it out there. You got photos. You see something wrong. It's just I gotta have you documented. Though I just can't make stuff up. That's why during my show, where I show all these guys corporations and their authorities and all that, or screenshots where they're skimming off Selectus from the apps. But send it to the email, the axel.liveshow@gmail.com. And another thing too, like if you guys want to start channels, some you got questions, you can ask. The only thing I recommend is don't concentrate on doing a YouTube channel on this stuff. It's limited to a certain extent. There's a lot of drivers that go out there and they start YouTube channels. Oh, I got this load. It's going from here to here. And I can't stress enough how bad it is to post what kind of money you're getting, whether it's good or bad, because a lot of people don't understand. I could sit here and say, okay, I got 3,000 this week. Nobody heard anything else. They don't know about van payments. They don't know about your insurance. They don't know about your fuel. All they heard was 3,000. So everybody thinks it's like a gold mine out here. Uh, oh, Kimberly, I just seen your message. I sent you now. Uh, oops. Sent, Kimberly. Yeah, come and take you some days fishing. Yeah, trust me, I like fishing. I have a brand new fishing pole. I think the pole and the lures and all the stuff. I even got a new fillet knife and everything. I think I spent like $350, and I haven't even still got all the wrappers still sitting in my laundry room. Anyway, you can check this guy for. Who sent me? Somebody wants me to check something. Try to try. Give me 1 second. Let me check this. 160, 1996. Let me check this MC real quick. 160. Let me see. Come on, come on, come on. I need to log in. Let me see. This guy's asked me to check this MC form. 160. Uh, is this somebody that's watching me? Because this says broker revocation. Is this a broker? Carrier. Uh, they have carrier authority, but broker authority was revoked. I would stay away. There we go. Simple and easy. Oh, she's been outside. Lucky's been outside. Yeah, and for you guys that are drivers, especially if you have your own MC, I would highly recommend you sign up for Freight Validate. It'll cost you about $15 a month, but you can plug in any MC or DOT number in there and you can get very good basic information. Like if they're blocked by number of companies, if they have broker authority but it's revoked. Like this one, this person just had me look up. He said the broker authority was revoked. So they weren't clear whether or not they were trying to sign up as a driver form or get a load as if they were a broker. But if they're acting like a broker and the broker authority is revoked, that's not good. And then they were based out of California. The three notorious areas for the crooks are California, Chicago, and Georgia. Last thing you want to do is take a load and get scammed. Especially now, a lot of these guys are going out. So what they'll do is they'll try to run a bunch of loads real quick and just, take advantage of the drivers. Usually they'll try to do it to the semi trucks because those are thousands of dollar loads. Even my factory company about 2 years ago, an Indian company brokerage got them for 300,000. They ran a ton of loads and then they shut down and they stiffed the factory company 300,000. Who else is on here? Everybody's been quiet. Let me shift the view again. I'm probably going to stay on here a few more minutes because I know another guy's going to go live and I want to watch his live if he hasn't already. What do you guys consider good rates these days per mile on all the miles for owner operators? Listen, if you're doing a regular run, 500 miles or more, you should always, always try to press for $1.20, $1.30. Now, if it's a TWIC or TSA load, like I run them a lot of times from Cleveland to Chicago, they're usually like 350, 370 miles. I don't do them less than $850. If you got a TWIC or TSA card, you got to press those loads up because they're asking for. And even that last time I did one, I ended up getting an extra 100 because there was a bunch of balonies going on, held me over. Uh, if it's a short run, we always had a common rule. Even to turn the key was $250. I don't care if it was 50 miles, 10 miles, 250. You got to remember, you go to load, it's minimum a half hour. You go to unload, it's a half hour. You got an hour either way. Even if it's a 10-minute load, you got an hour for baloney. So you could easily on any load use up 2 or 3 hours. So why would you want to go out for 50 or $100? Yeah, but unless it's a short run nickel. If it's 200 miles, I always get 400 or 500. I've gotten them before from Cleveland to Michigan. I think like 200 some miles. I even get them 650. But the problem is a bunch of guys right now want to underbid. So think how much money you're leaving. I remember, I'll never forget. I think it was 2 years ago. There used to be this young black kid. They used to call him the Red Rooster. His hair was red, and I'll never forget. He broke all the records because he had two pallets. He's at the receiver. He's unloading them. He says, "I think I made a mistake on this load." He said it was only 25 miles. I got $25. The big dummy probably told the broker, "Just give me $1 a mile." Wasn't thinking he was only going 25 miles. Can you believe that? 2 pallets, 25 miles, he got $25. And it's just like a lot of people sit there and talk about these apps, even those other apps. Like, I know the one is Curry. Curry, I'm going to do a video on them whenever I get time. Curry has carrier and broker authority. They are using people, and they got a bad history on their authorities too. They are literally taking freight and putting it on that bullshit app and giving these guys $40, $50. That's why there needs to be more education. Freight is freight, regardless. We aren't DoorDash delivery people, or Uber. What else here? Am I answering the questions well enough? I try my best. Yeah, if you guys been on YouTube for a while, you'll see a lot of these guys that were doing video stuff, they all fizzled away. All this hype and hoopla, and now look, where are all of them? You know, I didn't even technically start my channel until I think May, middle May or end of May. I started uploading videos. I had a lot of it built. I took a couple months to build all of it. But these guys are quick to jump on YouTube and I got this load. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And where are they? They're all gone. Last time I went to California for I pulled 3,800 for 10. Yeah, but Nickel, are you talking about in a van or a straight truck? Because in the van, we don't do partials. We don't do partials. The good brokers catch you doing that, you're going to be blackballed big time. A lot of the crooks do that, and they pawn it off and say it's partials. And what they're doing is they got you taking all these loads, and they're getting full price. If you're in a straight truck, different story. But Expedite, it's a no-no. It's one load at a time. Unless you're working for a broker and he's got a customer and he's got two loads, it's a different story. I'm telling you, Nickel, it's bad, bad. Don't do that. I can tell you right now, by you telling me that, you're working for crooks. Because none of the regular expedite companies are going to be doing that. It was an exclusive use freight booked by me. I'm sure what you mean right there. Most expedite loads in the van are single load. Not listen, if you get an accident with two or three loads, you're gonna have a problem with the insurance company. I guarantee you. And another thing, if you guys have your own insurance policies and you're not putting unlimited radius, and you get an accident outside that radius, and they tell you they're not covering the claim, don't be surprised. Especially Progressive, they love not paying the claim. Nickel, you have your own authority. You're saying you're going straight to the shipper. Because if that's what you're saying, it's a little bit different. You can do it then. But I'm still telling you, as far as the insurance goes, you'll have a problem if you get an accident and the loads are commingled. Last place I picked up, I asked that little pallet. No, we've had people pull up with van already, have another load on, or they get put out of service for overweight. That's another thing too, and I brought that up too. Most of the vans are around 6,000 pounds. First of all, you're supposed to take your van, fill up full tank, put all your junk. If you got a dog, put your dog, put your chubby girlfriend or boyfriend in the van that's going to be traveling with you, and weigh that van on the scale. Say it comes out to 7,000 pounds. That means you cannot go over 3,000. And to be on the safe side, I wouldn't go over 2,800 because you don't want to go right exactly at the 3,000. The van and everything, fuel, your junk, your snacks, everything has got to be under 10,000. Another reason too, you get an accident and they find out you were over 10,000, you're going to be in trouble. You got to remember we're driving commercially. They will treat us harsher. Yeah, Brady. I used to do insurance, fire and water damage restoration. Trust me, I know how the insurance company works. And the agent that comes from the insurance company, their job is to save money for the insurance. So, like in the restoration industry, we always got outside adjusters, and they would always be about 20% higher. I even had an adjuster, and he was independent, so he was licensed in Texas, Ohio, and Florida. And there was times he'd call me up to be a judge. And what I would do is I would show up there with the adjuster. And like here, the last one I did, I was there for like an hour. He went up on the roof. It was a slate roof. He's marking the roof. I went to the top of the ladder. I said, "Yeah, I'm not going up there." I peeked at the roof. I said, "Yeah, this is going to need a whole new roof." And I went right back down on the ladder, finished drinking my coffee, and the adjuster came down. Goes, "Yeah, it's going to need a new roof." I said, "Okay." I turned in the paperwork to the adjuster, and I got $600 for like an hour's worth of work. But the insurance company, yeah, they want to save money. And I know personally how Progressive is because years ago I had a truck, a Z71. I had just gotten it back. I don't even think I had it back for a month from an accident. And I was getting ready to go through a green light. I saw something coming at me fast from the left side, and this girl in the Ford Explorer ran the light and tore off my. If I wouldn't have slowed down, she would have ran right into my driver's door. I slowed down enough where she peeled my whole front off again. And she was down the road when she finally stopped. And then all of a sudden, another car pulled up and started pushing her away. I never got the plate. And that truck, I only had the liability. They would have covered the damage because they cover up to so much. But because I never got the plate, Progressive wouldn't cover. And my agent told me you would have been better off saying you ran off the road and hit a tree. But I didn't know. But Progressive didn't pay. Yeah, Brady, a lot of times they'll say the freight is heavier. And I've noticed it too with auto. A lot of times they're charging, especially with auto, they're charging them like a rate. So they'll just say it's 3,000 pounds just so they're covered. Yeah, operation. That's why the best way is to just tell them to weigh everything and you get that printout. That's the best way. Then because a lot of guys don't weigh anything. So instead of looking at the sticker on the door, just go weigh everything anyways. Because they could say it weighs 7,000, 8,000 pounds, but that they got their fat ass is 500 pounds. You know, they got junk and TVs and microwaves and clothes. You know, I remember this one girl used to travel. It looked like she had a whole wardrobe in the back of the van. The best way on the safe side is put on a scale. And I wouldn't get no dually for this. The wheel wells are going to be too narrow. That's the worst thing you can do. And then you got 2 extra tires to worry about replacing every year. Yeah, no dually in this business. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, sun started peeking out over here. Yeah, we're supposed to be underneath the 10,000. 99% of the time, though, they're not pulling over vans. But you still don't want to get popped. You definitely don't want to get in an accident. Let me check something real quick here. What is this? Let me just tell this broker something here. Here's my dims. Sun popping out. We're getting warm. Yeah, what? How warm is it down there? Over here it is. Let me see. 65 right now. Yeah, it ain't coming down there if it's 80. True, you know you don't have to, if you're in a van, you know you don't have to go through the weigh station, right? The only place you got to pull through is those agricultural. There's one in California, there's one in Florida. Don't miss that Florida one. They're notorious. They will give you a ticket. Yeah, as long as it's not humid, it's all right. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about right there, Fru. I never had to go in any kind of weigh station or weighs or anything. Unless Barrett's telling you to do it. There are scales embedded on the road. Oh, you know, I've heard about those. That's another reason why I don't know why guys would want to drive over 10,000. I know even the little curtain trucks and the little box trucks, they like to nail them in Arizona. Those guys are always overweight. Bruce, so you're in a van and your husband's in a truck? Start the day. All right, Kimberly, sounds good. Actually, my dog is dancing in the back now. We need water. I'll give her some water. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go get myself a nice cup of coffee. Chase these crazy Texas birds away that like to drive you crazy all morning and all night. These birds are psychotic over here. All right, catch you guys all later. Maybe jump back on later. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll go harass these other van box truck guys over on the other side over there. Yes, same to you, Operation. Have a great day. Everyone have a great day. That's all we can do is have a great day. And if you guys got photos or something you want to share me put up, let me know. Send it to the email. All right. I'll talk to you guys all later.